Good morning everybody, it's Denise here, Denise Junk Journals UK. Thank you so much for joining me. It is lovely to have you here. Now I want to start with a big apology for just disappearing on you suddenly like that. I came down with a throat infection and a sinus infection, and it came from nowhere and it completely knocked me off my feet. I think I probably said on the last video or the video before the last one how well I was feeling, how happy I was. There was a few comments about how bright and bubbly I sounded, and then suddenly, wham, I was completely knocked off my feet. So I apologise. I didn't come on and tell you where I was or anything. It just really knocked me. So I'm on the mend. I'm not well, but I'm on the mend. You can probably tell my voice is definitely not good now. I plan to just do a half-an-hour video today just to get me back into it, because it might be that I do it in 3 10-minute sections, but it could be that my voice gets better with the using it, because I've been protecting it a bit. It could be that it gets worse and I end up doing this over a couple of days, but today is Saturday, so I'm hoping to film this and get it up for you today, because Saturday is my book page. I keep wanting to say book page challenge, but it's not necessarily. I suppose I'm challenging myself. But yeah, using up book page for ephemera and things like that. And I'm really enjoying it at the moment. So yeah, I do want to keep it going every Saturday. So I'm not going to do anything too complicated, too much brain power today. So I just thought I'd make some, you've probably seen that sitting there anyway, some nice tallish thin tags. And I do love the book page as a background, especially when it's a beautiful coloured paper behind it. And this is the same book page that I used last week as well, so it's like a encyclopedia, I think, really. But it's vintage, it's beautiful paper, it's lovely. So what I've done is I cut round the text block, so so I didn't have all this white border and then of each page, and then I cut the page in half, which gave me this size. I then backed it on some of my pink coffee dyed paper, and I went round it in the black soot this time. I'm trying to do some of the pink grungy with some of the darker colours, kind of taking me into autumn, if you like. But I'm still in summer leaves, summer flowers mode at the moment. So yeah, a Tim Holtz ticket on the bottom, one of Tina's numbers at the top, and this is a page from the Henry Terry book, is it Victorian Flower Garden? I never can remember. These are the pages. Unless you're really new to junk journaling, I'm sure you'll have seen these before, but they're absolutely beautiful. Nice big images. I've got a couple more cut out somewhere in my pile. Yeah, here. And the pages are so beautiful. I kept other bits as well. So like cut-offs, I had some of these little from down here. Descriptions. So when I just cut them off when they were at the bottom of my cutouts. So I cut out this one with a beautiful butterfly on it, which I love. Let's put it on one of these. Yep, so you can see the nice tall and skinny, and I haven't gone really close with my fussy cutting. I've done it really quick. I might even do one while I'm on camera, because I've only done 2. And that one, yeah, again, haven't come close with it. Just like this, it's got a beautiful background paper anyway. So that's what I'm going to do. These are all bits that I've cut from the scraps from either the other side, or you can see that was a plant. Cut a bit of it out, but it's worth keeping. That's just a piece of the beautiful paper that I cut into a disc. I showed you those. Even the page numbers are beautiful. There's another one somewhere there. That's it. Yep, so I've kept all the scraps. Another one that I just cut a circle out. Oops, that's a piece of rubbish. So yeah, just a piece of scrappy lace on the top. It is vintage lace, and stapled it, and that's it. So I have got a tall journal make coming up. Whether these will go with it or not, I'm not sure, but perhaps not the floral ones, but I might do a couple, and not put anything on the front and save them for that journal. So because I had to wait for it to dry, I guess, I stuck 4 on at once on a page of my coffee dyed pink. So let me just show you what I did. Oh look, there's I cut the love heart out of. I thought I might save that as well. I must remember not to talk when I move away from the camera because my voice isn't strong enough to carry at the moment. Yep, so all I did was cut off around the text block like that. My new trimmer has come. I will show it to you when I get videoing again. Today's just going to be a perfunctionary, is that the word? And I think 6 1/4-ish is about half. 6 1/4, 6 1/2, something like that. So I've just got 2 lovely strips like that. I think I did that with 2 pages. I'm not going to do those 2 though, because I don't know how many of these I want. So let's cut these up and then they'll take less room on the table. Yes, I'm cutting inside the text block again, just to make sure the pink is all on the back only. And you could back it with something and have, you know, the edge around it showing, which is quite nice. That pink paper isn't necessarily strong enough to be, you know, a border, but if you had it on something a bit thicker, it would be lovely with a border around it. 2, oh, nearly there. Chopping noisy. Oh dear. So yeah, I haven't been watching YouTube or doing anything. I have literally, you know, been dosing myself up and feeling sorry for myself. Now the first day I wasn't too ill. Was that Wednesday? I can't remember now. Tuesday. I just took the day off thinking that would be my one day off that week, and then, you know, I would film all the rest of the week. I should have known better, shouldn't I? Right, they're the ones I've just cut out, so they're just waiting to go when we ink them. I'm going to stick these. Now, I've got more of that pink paper, but I've got this, which is, as you can see, the printer stopped working halfway through, and this is from Tina at Tatty Treasure. No, gosh, it's going to be one of those. Tanya, began with a T, see, Tanya at Tatty Treasure, and Nanine at Collage Type. It's one of their Gentleman digital kit papers. I'm going to cut around the edge because I won't remember. My brain's a bit scrambled. I won't remember to stay in from the edge. And I think I've already told you that this is going to be a September project, the Gentleman's kit. So I thought I'd get 1 or 2 things not done, but I think it'll have to go that way. But I want to use up the offcut. Base is made, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. I also got some more glue delivered. And what else did I get delivered? This. Now, it's taken so long to come. This is my mason jar die cut that I told you I had ordered. Yep. Let me get it out because it must be driving you mad, that shiny. I can't get in with there, so it's taken so long to come that I nearly forgot I'd ordered it. I was thinking, now has it come and have I put it away somewhere and forgotten about it or what? So I presume they come out the middle. Yeah, I won't do it now because I'll cut myself, and that just leaves the mason jar. So yeah, it was only a couple of pounds. It wasn't expensive, maybe 3. There's the paperwork going on there. Right. What was I saying to you? Oh yeah, glue sticks. So my glue sticks came as well as my Tim Holtz chopper, which I will talk about in detail in another video. Whoops. I'll just get these stuck down and then I'll move on with the ones that are done. Yes, don't stick it on that. So yeah, the day that I took off, we went, Neil and I decided we really do need a chest freezer for outside. I don't know if I told you we were thinking about it or not. Anyway, a chest freezer for his shed, and we went and got one. We took the bull by the horns, as they say, and went and got one because we wanted to bulk buy some meat and things, and we found that we're going to the shops too often, So, you know, thinking I've done a weekly grocery shop, and then we end up going again and again. Oops. I'll just cut them down a little bit. You know, and some things I just didn't have. I only had an upright fridge freezer. Well, I still have in the kitchen. You know, you can't get things like many loaves of bread and stuff like that in it. And we kept running out of milk. I like fresh milk. You know, when you go to the shop like that, you know, you don't just buy what you've gone for, do you? Apart from the time spent going and what have you. So we thought, yeah, it's time we did the freezer thing and got all our shopping, hopefully monthly, once we get organised rather than weekly. And then, you know, you can even freeze fresh milk in it and things like that. So I shouldn't run out of anything. And then when the bad weather comes as well, if we don't want to turn out. Yeah, so we went and did that. Like I say, I took the day off, and then it arrived and wallop, I was poorly. So, yeah, I should have. Well, I should have them in front. And yeah, I know you've heard this 1,000 times. I am trying my best. Not achieving it, but, well, I may not be trying my best, but it's in my mind to get ahead with my films. If I was trying my best, I would achieve it, wouldn't I? Because it's just not happening though. I need to make it a priority, and then when something like that happens, I'm sure I've said this before, I've definitely got deja vu. I bet you have. Something like that happens, I don't just drop off the face of the earth, but, you know, I'd like to say we live and learn, but yeah, I've done it before. So one of these days though, I'm not going to beat myself up, I'm going to be kind to myself. Oops, that's a bit heavy-handed. One of these days I'll be in front and life will be plain sailing on the film in front. Okay, so I've got 3 there done. Don't be awkward. And I've got these 2 cut out, so we might as well, right, it would be a good idea to have them the right way up. Now, what I'm doing when I'm using these book pages is trying to celebrate the book pages a bit. I don't necessarily, it's just a little bit too long. Wide, I mean. Don't necessarily, I'm going to take that fancy bit off there. You know, want to hide all the book page, you absolutely can. You know, if you've either got too much book page showing, now I think the whole thing's going to have to go, sorry. Or was it this one? It was this one. You can doctor flowers like this. Make them fit your purpose, that's it. And yeah, I'll kind of make them all together, I think. Yeah, I wasn't sure how much of that I would get on. So it looks like that needs to go. Oops. That leaf there. I did leave quite a chunk on there, didn't I? I'm going to take that leaf off at the bottom as well, because it looks like it's floating in air, which it is. That's better. Lovely. So effective. You know, the 2 things, the beautiful images and then the beautiful, in my opinion, book page behind it. You know, what more do you need? Lovely piece of fabric or scrap lace at the top. You don't even need the tickets and the numbers and what have you, do you? They're beautiful on their own, but we will put some on just because we like to use these things. So I haven't got one for this one, shall I? I was going to just cut one out with you. That's beautiful, isn't it? It's far too big. About this. It's very sparse, so if I don't get it all on, no, not that one. I think I might have to go with that one and try. I've just got a piece of the rose. Is that dog rose? Rose. Yeah, it's dog rose. Stuck in that leaf. So let's see if I can just keep the rose and kind of reshape the leaf. We'll see. Oops. Oh, I've got a leaf going right across there as well. Look. Let's make that one part of this picture and see. This is the thing, when they're intertwined, you have to see what you can do. Yeah, I mean, there's some beautiful images there, but they're too big. I don't know if this one's going to be. Let's cut it down some more and see. Bear with me. I would like to get all 3 of these done. And it shouldn't be a long job, seeing as I've got the prep started. Now Simba has been by my side. I've spent a lot of time in bed. Nearly all the time. He's been out a lot during the day, but as soon as it becomes, you know, tea time-ish, which is kind of when I head to bed and, oops, you know, relax upstairs in my nightwear. You start to feel poorly, don't you, at tea time when you've got a cold or something like that, I find. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, and he's been really clingy. Now, I don't know if it's just that he's settling in, or it's getting colder weather, or he knew I wasn't very well. But yeah, he's definitely been a mummy's boy these last few days. Okay, so there's another one of those. Oh, look, it's on both sides. Those beautiful word. And again, I'm just going to, just because it's such beautiful paper, this is why I end up with, you know, hundreds and hundreds of circles, because I use that before I throw them in the bin. But it's preserving the beautiful vintage paper, isn't it? So yeah, I've had Simba keeping me company. I'm going to reshape this leaf a little bit now. It won't have the edge bit on it, will it? Oh, I might leave it like that and see what it looks like. I could always put a label or something over it. And I might get away with just leaving that leaf, that leaf there. You see, if you hadn't seen me cut it out, these are things you perhaps wouldn't notice. Are you going to fit? Oh, you're still a little bit big, aren't you? I'm going to have to, I think I might stick it down and then, you know, trim the edge flat along the edge of the tag. Oops. To see if I want to take this middle bit out. Well, you can't go there. We need this leaf on. No, we're going to leave it like that, I think. Yeah, I'm going to leave it like that. Okay, so let's start gluing these down, and then I've inked them all, haven't I? Yeah. Yeah, I think the lace on the top just finishes it off, doesn't it? So we'll put a couple of tickets on, some lace on the top, you know, and it's a real easy, quick job. So, you know, if you've got your fussy cut or whatever your main embellishment's going to be ready to go, you know, it's a really quick job. And, you know, for those mass makers out there, Jodie, who's a mass maker, I think. Yeah, how many hundreds of these would you make in a half an hour session sitting? It would be a good idea if you could just cut your book pages up and back them. Or back them and then cut them up would be fine, wouldn't it? If you're not bothered about wasting some backing paper. You know, letting them dry. Taking your time with them rather than, you know, working with them wet. But of course you can. I do all the time. Are you down? Yeah. So I'm not going to do that very edge there. Just going to go about there like that. Oops. So the weather's been, well, I don't know, I have had a raging temperature, so I've been very, very hot regardless. It's been a bit windy. I think we're getting the tail end of some storms that you've had in the US. I don't think it's been cold, even though, you know, I've been hot. But it hasn't been bright, you know, burning sunshine like we've had. But we are quite late in September now. We had a lot, I think last time I was filming, we'd had a lot of rain for a few days. That stopped, and we keep having, you know, like early autumn showers now, but nothing too much. So I'm just going to trim down there and then ink over it. That's it. So yeah, the weather is still being kind to us. I have managed this morning to strip my bed and get it on the line, which, gosh, the effort these things take when you've been poorly or are poorly. I felt like I'd run a marathon just taking the the sheets and pillowcases off and getting them down into the washing machine. There we go. But there's nothing nicer, is there, than clean sheets, especially when you're poorly. I think it's our second change in the last 6 days. Neil put the last ones in and out for me, bless him. Now, I don't think I want any of those. I'm wondering about the page number. Might have that one. I mean, it's going to be mostly under the lace, isn't it? But it would be nice to have, rather than sit around and not get used for ages. I'm going to put something on there. Yeah, I quite like that on there. I've got some labels somewhere. I saw some in my numbers. Oops. It's more orangey, isn't it? But it's a bit big for that one. What's this? Don't quite like that one. Yeah, we've got a theme of numbers going on now, haven't I? What about that? I quite like that. Let's put those on. Well, I've managed to do this so far. What am I? 22 minutes in. I don't know if to brag now without stopping. I thought I'd be stopping for a cough sweet and a tissue break, shall we say. Oops, put that one on at a slant. Put that little love heart up there. Oh. Now, I haven't overdone the back of it, have I? No, I quite like that black on it. It's double-sided because the page number must have been, well, was in the same place on the other page. I did like this. I brought this as well. I wondered if to do two. I've got that one, haven't I? So perhaps two with a piece of that and two with a piece of this, but it's a bit too pretty, a bit too neat. Oh, I forgot this is the one that it shreds rather than tears. But it's kind of stretched it out a bit. Let me get rid of those. And your fingers. I'm quite likely to chop my fingers today. There we go. That one cutting down a bit, I think, but staplers out. So I want something here and something here. And I don't want numbers because I've got numbers. Just wondering if I've got a teeny tiny butterfly somewhere. Butterflies. Flowers. I'm sure I'm looking straight at them. There they are. I knew they were in there somewhere. But I literally want tiny ones, so let's go to the bottom and so. That's pretty. And put this one all curled up. Oh yeah, some bling up. Orange. No. I'm going to put some bling on that one. The idea just appealed to me. I've got another one of those lovelies. Can you see? Sorry. Oh, something like that. Not too much. Yeah, lovely. Perfect. Let's put it on with fabric tack. A bit that way so the orangey. Oh, I was going to say the oranges. It must be the way the lights on it. Ooh. One looked a lot more orange than the other, but well, one looked silver, but it isn't. Well, I can't smell that. Normally I can smell the Fabri-Tac. It's my favourite, one of my favourite smells. Nothing. Just going to put that on without any ink around it. Oh, I've already got a butterfly on there. Let's put it lower down here. You silly Willy. Two butterflies on it now. That's it. That will do. I'm not going to mess anymore. Where's the lid off that? So, which one do we want a piece of that on? I'll have it on this one next to it. It's got a bit of that fluff. I like this bit where it's stitched down at the top. That's very scruffy. Do I want it that scruffy? No. Some days I would love that scruffy, but today's not one of them. I want it scruffy and tatty. It's a bit thick across the top there. What have we created now? That's better. I've undone it entirely. Yep, that's better. Maybe the other way around. Better, but it's not right yet. That's it. Who would know the effort that goes into making things look like that? If you didn't know about anything, so I've got a bit not caught. Off you go, that's it. And sure I had my pliers out. Did I put them back again? No. Okay, that didn't take me long, did it? I must be, yeah, I was going to say I must be just sat looking at them. I was. Yeah, I'm quite impressed how my voice is. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's sore, but it's holding up. Okay, so let's have... Not quite that long. I'm thinking I might Fabri-Tac these before I put a staple through. I do want a staple through, but it's a lot of fabric to hold and staple. Yeah. Oh, it's not dried yet, Denise. Crikey. Yeah, I'm starting to dry up now a bit. I want to see that. There we go. No. What did I have hold of? That's it. Let it dry a few minutes before I put a staple in it. Pleased with them though, very pleased with them. Again, you're a bit long. These little bits will just go on a new snippet roll. We're going that way. Oh, it was already there. I don't know why I was shaking you. Let's put the lid on. Don't want it leaking everywhere. Down the side of the bottle. Oops, seems to be over a little bit. That's better. Not quite like that. That's it. I mean, how easy but effective those were. And yeah, more beautiful book page. I mean, the aim of the game for me is to use my, textbook page up. But I really do love, seeing it in the journals. Yeah, I'm not going to staple those until they're dry. So that's it. Like I say, I've got those two. What did I do with them? I backed onto the black. Oh well, they're here somewhere. Two more waiting to go. But there they are. That you will see at some point. I might just put them in the gentleman kit box and then make them up when I get the kit out. Let's move this to one side. I've got all these little bits for my ephemera box now. Somebody did ask me, where do I get all the little bits from? You know, I literally create them like this. Like I say, I do get them in Happy Mail. I do cut them out of books. I do buy some packs of Tim Holtz and things like that. Didn't want that. You know, but if you just think about it when you're cutting things up and you get little bits, just save them like that. And they always come in when you're doing snippet rolls and, you know, decorating things. Okay, that's me. I hope you enjoyed watching it. I did just quite make it to 30 minutes. Have a lovely Saturday. I'm hoping I should be back Sunday, no problem, with my scrap box. And then, yeah, Monday we'll get back to it. Okay, have a lovely weekend and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.